Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Ansar Gilani, English commentator at the entire sports, instructor at interculture studies, social sciences, English literature, and international relations. Nowadays, I am on the plan to hunt the talent that is present across the board, across the nation. Though you know well, we are not far behind with the rest of the world. The talent is a massive one, and we are at the beating level. The only need is we should be provided with forums and exposures platforms. And the private sector is playing it's a very vital role in the you can say development of education and sports, and rightfully it is giving a right shoulder to the state. And out of all of those ones, the visitors that are coming here over at Trail 5 resides around Kosar Market, Shalimar Cricket Ground. We are present at the top of the Trail 5, which is at Falcon River, mean the fountain point or the waterfall point, and people come here and enjoy. I am having one of the leading madam of one of the private sector school. She would like to give her point of view about the school's activities, academies activities, and their future plans.
Well, my name is Sabah Salim, and I have done masters in geology. Basically, I'm a geologist, so I love nature. That's why we conduct a lot of trips to study the nature. We provide the students the opportunities to come in the nature and to study it. And my personal education was from University of Azam in Kashmir. I have done bachelor's in education. I have done masters in English as well, and along with that, I have been a part of multiple NGOs. But to come in education sector, what was the purpose behind? Actually, I am a geologist, but I am in education sector. I'm putting my services in it. Actually, when I was a student, so at the time I was a very keen observer. Whatever the problems I felt throughout my study career, I was in a government school. As you people know, there are a lot of problems. Sometimes there is a lack of teachers, and there are some issues, especially in the Urdu medium schools. So I felt a lot of problems throughout my career, and when I was a student, I grew and grew, and I took my degree later on. I considered all those problems, and I thought, why not to overcome the problems to the growing nation? Why not to put my services to overcome all the problems? So me and my husband collectively put an effort to open an institution to make a generation that could be something very good, something very big, something growing for the country. Because students are not only the students. I belong to Zisans Academy. I'm the owner of it. I'm the principal of it. But I don't consider myself the principal. I only consider myself the education as the teacher, because I am the person who is going to make a nation. I am not responsible for a single person. I'm responsible for many students. And Alhamdulillah, I'm very much satisfied with the performance of my student in my career. I have worked on the weaknesses a student may have. Like I have got some students who were from China, I have got some students who were from KPK, and there were a lot of problems in the languages. I worked that what is the problem. They were rejected from all the schools, from the private sector, from the government sector as well. So I worked on them, and I didn't let them fall, because I knew there was something inside, and every person have got some skills, and I worked on that, and Alhamdulillah, I got very excellent results that people are really appreciating the efforts of this Academy and as well as my efforts. But that is only due to my students. I love them all. We are here on Margala Hills. We are here to enjoy, because I also don't want to burdenize my students. Whenever there is a study burden on mind, you have to be fresh. You have to take a break. So this is actually a break we were going to take, and we thought, why not to come there and see the nature with the students and make them fresh, so that they could give us a very good comeback towards the studies after the hectic routine of the exams and summer camps as well. um, I want to give a message to all the educationers that every person has something inside him. Uh,
Must
and
dig
teach
it out.
Yes, we
Dig
just
it out.
have to dig it out because we are the teachers and it is our responsibility to take something out. We can make a person, but whenever we put a bad comment about the personality of a student, about the mental grooming of a student, we may be responsible to fall a person. A person is not only a person, he is the generation maker, he is the country builder. So I think the youth is the asset, and if we are putting our services in the field, you also people can put the services and you can develop a nation, and we can also compete America and many western countries.
So
We
you are very hopeful about the cuts and excellence of the nation, and our Pakistan is not far behind the rest of the communities that are coming across. And we are producing the scientists and physicists and geologists. But the only thing is that when the top brains get their certification and are delivered back to their the nation to deliver them or to give services, we are lacking some institutes. And what's your plan about sports and curricular, particularly?
Yes, I think sports is a part of education as well because the mental and the physical growth both are important for a person's personality. If the mind is not healthy, if the body is not healthy, how can you go to study, how can you put your services for the country? So we work on the sports, we conduct the sports activities, we don't only focus on the syllabus. We have got the students from Roots International, from Frobels, even from the government sector, but we do effort on equal basis. There is no discrimination for the Roots, for the government school, that is federal school, that is Urdu medium, that is English medium, because we know we can give something very good to everybody. And for that purpose, we conduct many sports activities. There are scheduled matches for the boys and for the girls as well. There are indoor games, outdoor games. Um, there are different competitions like presentation competition, whatever we can build in a student, we do for them.
So you are visiting Trail 5, one of the beautiful area of Islamabad.
Yes.
Even Islamabad is considered to be the second beautiful capital of the world. So what, in a brief way, would like to invite the people or would like to invite the attention of the people that why they should visit uh, such areas which are full of greenery and the richness of the imagination could come from.
Okay, actually, we people live in a country which is full of pollution, which is full of hectic routines, which is full of stress and tension. So, whenever you want to release your tension, nature is the best source. You can come to nature, you can study the nature because this is the most peaceful thing you can ever get in your life. However tense you are, or if you are thinking that you have small kids and they cannot come along with you to do such a difficult task to come on the trails and to visit these areas, so that's not a fine thing because we also are having the students of 10 years age and the 15 years age.
You are
So
the ambassador of the education and rightfully knowing the intricacies of the education. What would you like to say to the authorities present upon us that what they should do for the Department of Tourism?
uh, along with education they should work on tourism because especially being female, I would like to raise a point that we have no places in Pakistan to visit. We have no social and moral security in Pakistan. Whenever we have to come, we have to join a male with us because we cannot go alone anywhere. We are not secure. So please do something for the females and for the males as well. There are Pakistan is the hub of natural beauty. Like you can go to the valleys and everything, but because of terrorism and many other factors, that tourism department has not been much developed. So you need to work on that because we are working in a very hectic environment. This is a very stressful country, Pakistan. We people have a lot of problems. So whenever we want to release the tension, we people have. So at that time we have to visit some peaceful places, but we don't have the proper places in
So,
Pakistan.
what do you think how the facilitation and protection could come to our society to make it a groomed one and a mature one?
Actually, what
Education.
can I say about that? Because the government stability is the most important thing that is not found in Pakistan. So, what can I say that how we people can get the security? Because there is one government, and then later on there is second, there is third. So, who can take steps to protect us?
She is very temperamentally strong and is having high hopes about Pakistan, and she is of the view that the consistency and regularity and going for a good governance would be the hallmark of our all success. The country is to grow, and a country's growth only depends on the brains that are coming from the schools and the academies and the institutions. So the school you give to your child, you are to give the future to your child. We are working on this, and she is highly hopeful. Thank you very much.